Hey there, happy Friday, it's me Victor here. Hopefully you're having a great trading week. Just doing one of these during market open. It's been a while since I've really done one of these during the market open, and hopefully you are doing well. Again, as I always say, all these are for educational purposes only. Please don't take everything as advice. But we're just gonna go over what I do during the market day, and it's pretty much, again, if this is the first time you're watching me, this one's going to be kind of long. I'm not sure how long this is going to be. I'm just going to go over my process and what I look for intraday and pretty much how I trade. But the chart in front of you is pretty much what I do. Open ranges on really stocks, I guess, opening range highs, EPs, and flags on stock charts. It's pretty much the exact same thing over and over again. As I mentioned, please go to my YouTube channel. I did recently upload one on my YouTube page. Everything's pretty much there, but I'm gonna go over the gist of what I do, okay? And again, I've pretty much been nailing these left and right this past couple of weeks. A lot of things. The last one I said focus on setups, you know. But yeah, go to my YouTube page, check everything out there. But yeah, so pretty much these opening range high breaks on these flag patterns, like we've seen on this past week, like for instance Duo, which I missed. You really want to look for stocks that have been neglected, that have been beaten down. Again, the last video I went over what is an EP. There's a lot of really big confusion. They think that everything, whatever gaps up, is an EP, and that's not the case. Again, an EP, in my definition, is a stock that's been neglected over the course of years, and you see something that makes it change. It's like a movie in a sense. It's like a dramatic shift. You want to see volume. Most importantly, you want to see news that can give it legs. You want a great catalyst. You want a story behind it, you know? Because you want fuel. You want a reason for something to go up. You don't just want to buy something randomly. Because again, if you do randomness, then you're going to get random results. But always pay attention to volume. You know, like I mentioned, like for instance, IRN was, they produced great earnings, but everyone's saying it's an EP because it gapped up, you know, but no, because look at where it came from. Again, it's from the lows of 530. No, it's already priced in. It can only go so much higher. Same with the firm, same type of deal. It gapped up. EP, no, it's not. Look where it came from, low 30s. You know, an EP is something like, let me find one. Which one was the one that's been running lately? Pigeon, is that the one? Pigeon, there's a lot on my list here. Pigeon, yeah. Pigeon was pretty much the definition of a small cap EP. You know, that's been neglected, a gap up over earnings. Look at the volume. Again, always pay attention to volume, and as well, always focus on ADR. That's what I do in my trading. You always want to find the stocks with the highest ADR because those can move much quicker. But yeah, 5-star. You know, look how it gapped up, and you know most of these have delayed reactions. As I mentioned, you wait for the initial run day. Then most of them have like a couple days of consolidation. Those are the best ones. You know, sometimes they're not just gonna go like you want them to. Sometimes it takes stairs to get there, but that's pretty much a good EP. It's kind of been hit or miss this past couple of this year, really. Opening ranges and really liquidity traps have been working really well in this current market environment. So again, just to summarize that, not everything that gaps up is an EP. Just focus on the news, focus on the why. But Duo, like this stock, for instance, it's not an EP, it's more of like a liquidity trap, because look how neglected it has been. It's beaten down. Therefore, the risk reward on the long side is very high. As I always mention, you don't really want to short stocks if you're just getting started. I'm not saying you can, yes you can, but the current market environment which we're in right now, it's really hard to. Moves are very choppy. Again, I would much rather be late than early, because you can always blow up your account, okay? And you don't want that. You don't want that. But here they produce, I believe, earnings. Again, I want to really understand, focus on something to you. Most of these small cap sector plays, not even sector plays, momentum plays, most of them will go bankrupt in a couple of years. There is a big difference between this company and this company. This is fundamentally sound. Duo is likely going to go bankrupt in a couple of years. Your job is to take a piece of the momentum. That is your piece. That is your job, is to take advantage of the market inefficiencies. And with these small cap plays, they've been working really well lately. This past whole month. I'll go over some in a minute. Well, I'll do it right now. I have a whole list right here I keep on the back list of what I do. But Duo, for instance, even EQ has been working out really well. It's pretty much the exact same variation you're going to see in some sense. You're going to see a stock that makes a big run, right, then pulls back some, then it just goes higher. It's like a flag pattern, It's pretty much what it is. It's like a 90-degree flag pattern. But we'll go over some. Duo, like for instance, I got long this day here because it set it up, but right this day here, but it failed. It gave back its gains, and today I missed it. I called it in the Discord chat, which I'm in, and I missed it. Sometimes you're gonna miss setups, and again, the higher this goes, the less likely. Therefore, I'm not chasing it. There's no need to chase this stock up. I'm not going to. But that arrow indicates where I would have got long. That's the good buy signal. But as of right now, nothing's really. There's no reason to buy this because the risk reward shifted. I'm not saying this can't go higher. It very much likely will go higher. That's how much this works. That's how the market works. You miss something and it goes exponentially higher. But EQ is another one example. I just, again, focus on the most liquid. The ADR on this one is 25%. I just didn't get long. I did get long, but I sold because I don't have much buying power, and I focus my attention on INHD, which this one is 5-star galore. But there's the same type of pattern. As you can see, you want something that's linear. Look how well this is linear, EQ, I'm not saying this can't go higher, likely very will. This reminds me of ZEP. ZEP is just too illiquid, but it had really good momentum right there. Other than that, this is an EP, you can even classify that. This is an EP right here. That gap up was one, even trading it there. But the higher this goes, the less risk reward. Because again, look at the volume. It's very thin, so you can't really do much on it. But the chart is there. This is a prime example. What's Duo doing? I think really much. But EQ, that's pretty much what it reminds me of. I could possibly see this going to probably $3. Who says it can't? We'll look at the long-term chart. Again, always widen the lens. That's what when I look at something, that's the first thing I do, is when I see a ticker, I look left to the right. The chart is what you have. The chart tells the story. The chart shows emotions of the traders. That is your job. Something that has ran in the past has a more likelihood of running in the future. That's just how the market environment works. So I just didn't want to hold my buying power in this, even though that chart pattern is there. It had a nice range break today. Because look, this is really what you want to look for. Look how a sign of strength that is. It's pretty much a downward flag. But yeah, and on INHD, I did get long. I got long yesterday. But in this current market environment, the best thing you have to do is I've been learning to adapt, and that's what I want you to learn. Sometimes you have to adapt. Sometimes setups evolve. Sometimes I don't hate. I hate missing a good setup, like on Duo. I don't hate it when I take a setup and I get stopped out. That's natural. Get used to getting stopped out. Okay, the best traders get stopped out a lot. It's fine. Get good at losing. Don't focus on a positive high win rate. It doesn't really matter in the end. Just focus on your setups. And I missed Duo, and I regret it because it would have been a great trade. But I'm long INHD again. I sold yesterday because most of these opening range high breaks, I guess pivot breaks, have been giving back their gains on the first day, and I track data. So I've been focusing on selling some gains along the way. But I rebought just earlier at $10 because the fact, look how this is holding really well. This is a massive sign of strength of how well it's holding. See how it's surfing the moving averages? It's surfing really well. And again, look at the ADR, 41%. Okay, extremely high. The volume is there, not that much, but the volume is much liquid compared to EQ. It's almost, that's 7 million as of today. I'll probably go to 10 million, who knows, in a day. But you understand what I'm trying to sell you. It's not sell you, tell you. Look at the long-term chart. You know, it's beaten down, okay? Now, the news on this, I believe, was something along the lines, what is the news? Again, most of these, there is no news, I don't think. It's just momentum. But sometimes momentum's all you really need, you know, and here it goes doing this thing. It's going to be a short squeeze. That's really what this is. It's a short trap. That's all I can say. But high up day as we speak. That's all it really is. You know, I got along here. I sold most of my gains. That's one thing I'm working on. I had a good buy signal. I bought it at $6. I'm working on holding my gains for a bigger picture. Execution takes time. It takes years of development. But this is a 5-star pattern which I trade over and over again. Ideally, I'm gonna just watch this, see how high I can go. I don't know. I'm long right now as we speak. Let me see what my thing is. I can't even see what this is. I don't know. Oh well. I'm long. Well, give me 1 second. All right, 10.11 is my average. I'm sorry, 10.11. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I kind of anticipated this to break out. It's pretty much the same deal over and over again. You know, it's a flag. But yeah, that's that. Same type of move we've seen. I'm trying to be patient on SMTK. Same thing on open. Everyone's been talking about open. This one, I'm still long. It's a swing trade. Trailing 10-day. It's kind of a cup and handle. Look at the volume on this, though. It's so liquid. This is a meme play. It's a hype play. Someone's pumping this up. But as I mentioned, your job is to trade the momentum. Mark my words, when you watch just in a year or two from now, look at this company up. It may be bankrupt. It's going to go back to where it started, $1, $0. But it doesn't matter. That's not, again, all that matters is price action. And who says this can't go higher? Who says it can't? But I'm trailing 10 days, so ideally $6 low stop. If it does break out, I will add more, because I do believe this is going to have a freaking parabolic short one of these days. But we'll see what happens. INHD is still going. OPAD was another one. Prime example how it failed. Same type of deal. You can see here the first initial run up there, and the consolidation 2 days there. And the range break right there, which I got long. Again, this one I was swinging overnight, but as you can see, it gave back most of its gains the second day. That's pretty much what I'm talking about. I've been trying to focus on selling majority of them during day one, because last year, most of these stocks that did that opening range break had day 2 of continuation. But as I mentioned, the market evolves, and it's your job to learn that and understand that. So it happens, but it's still on watch list. I like how it's still basing on the daily chart, so it's one to watch for sure. As I mentioned, where's my thing go? As I mentioned, the ADR is really high, so that's a good thing as well. But this is pretty much what I do. Now again, I don't want you to think good trading should be boring, okay? I don't like sit here the entire day. I'm just showing you what I do. I look at most of these in the first hour of the day, then I pretty much know what I'm going to trade, if that makes any sense. Like move's a good chart pattern, but look how the volume's so illiquid. There's no point even looking at it. Jumia has been a favorite one. It's kind of a different pattern, but it's still basing really well. It's a retail favorite. I wouldn't be surprised to see this go to $9 in the future. But this is really what I do. I come to the market open, and from the night before, you pretty much should know what's on the list. And the easiest part should be just placing the trade. That should be the easiest part. Most of the work is done. BE is 5-star. This is what you really want to see. This is what you call momentum. Look how linear this is. It's like 90 degrees. Look at that. This is 5-star. This is an EP. Look at this. Consolidate, even the back then, boom. Look how long this consolidated. Okay. 5 star, 5 star, 5 star. I got long at 35. I sold like a bitch too soon, but it happens. That's trading for you. But I was saying, the night before, I look at stocks that are on my watch list, my backlist. KSS is a meme stock. It's on backlist. I just like how it's basing here, and it's surfing the moving averages really well. So it's one to watch. Who knows what's going to happen? But for the night before, I just look at stocks on my backlist, and that's what I encourage you to do. Keep a list of stocks that have ran in the past and just set price alerts. That's all you gotta do. AHR I like long term. Look how it's basing really well on the daily chart here. Over 27, but sometimes these moves take time to develop. And that's what I noticed. The big moves take time to develop. But look how it's basing. We'll see. No position now, but we'll see what happens. Volume is really thin. But you want to focus on the stocks that where the money's flowing. I always say follow the money. Follow the money. Okay? That's all you gotta do is follow the money. But for the night before, I just look at what's been moving, big percent gainers. NBY is something that got away from me. This is 5 star. This is pretty much what you want to do here. Look at this. Look how it gapped up. I don't know how I missed this. And again, it's pretty much a delayed reaction. You have 2 days of sideways. You know, it tried the second day. But look at the buy signal there. Of course, hindsight's 2020. There's no way in hell would have held this for $4. Who knows? But the pattern's there. But yeah, that's pretty much what I do. And I do other things as well. Like, these are pretty much the big cap. Man, this is pretty much penny stock land here. I'll go over. But it just, I work a full-time job, and it's just so hard with these to manage it from your phone. I'm not saying you can't do it. You can. It's just like it's so hard to do because you're always like fighting near your entry, if that makes any sense. With Duo, this is a 5-star setup because I saw this last night. Okay, I game planned it. If this breaks out of pivot point, $3, get long. And again, I'm not making this shit up. I even tweeted this shit. No one knows who I am yet. That's fine. I get it. Justin Bieber. Wow, look at that. Who cares, right? Let's go to here. I said this last night. Duo still holding frame. Opening range highs. Okay, and I caught it, but I missed it because I just do something from work today. But it happens. It happens. That is the art of trading. You're gonna miss shit, but guess what? There's always gonna be something down the road. That's what I realized in 7 years. You're not gonna miss nothing. Just study, okay? Study. And who says this can't go higher? I mean, if it does go higher. If this does go, we'll see. I'm gonna make it long again. I don't know if it does go higher. But yeah, other than that, like, mostly these are irrelevant. There's no pattern here. It's just randomness, you know? There's no pattern. It's just random nonsense. And I don't know. That's just my 2 cents of it. But yeah, INHT I'm long. Open I am long. And Duo I am long. Not Duo. That's Open I'm long. INHT I am long. And that's it. Just those two. Duo potential long if it does retrace. I'm over $4. But that's pretty much it. And I have other scanners here on FinViz, but I'm not gonna go over some of them because it will take forever. But maybe one day, if you have any questions over any of these scans, I can do it. These took quite a while to develop. Not a lot. Some of these did. But it just shows you some things in the markets. Even PayPal. Well, Pineapple Express. Again, it's just a lot of randomness out there right now. But I just want to understand to you that, like, you can pause it here if you want. This is really what I do. Opening ranges, flag breaks, low day stops, those is what I do. But, like, you don't have to trade every day, okay? Get that out of your mindset. There's no need to trade every day. There's no need to. And sometimes the best trade is just to step away from the markets, you know? I know it's not a popular opinion. People are going to give me a lot of hate for it, but look, it sounds counterintuitive, but believe me, when you try to do something, it's gonna fight resistance. But whatever, you just flow like water. Just flow. But yeah, so like the first 2 hours, I opened there from like, I guess 7:30. I live in Texas, so like 7:30 Central Time to about 11. Then after that, I just go away and set price alerts on my phone. And I get a notification on my phone. Then if something hits, I know what to do. But other than that, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Alrighty. I'll likely do one of these weekends, this weekend or something, I'm not sure. But open 5-star, trailing 10 days, so $6 really will be the stop on this one. Ideally, the volume is really massive, so who knows on this one. But yeah, don't overcomplicate trading, just keep it simple, stupid. Again, don't try to do everything at once. You're fighting an uphill battle doing that. Just focus on what setups work for you. Focus, and that takes time doing that. I'm not saying you're not gonna get there in a night. It takes time. Like, I have one of these databases of stock charts. Now, these stock charts are the exact same ones I'm teaching you or trying to show you. Okay, opening range highs, EPs, flags. It's the same stuff over and over again. And I want you to understand that it takes time to see this stuff. If you can see a stock chart, and if you pretty much have a good idea of where it's gonna go, then you're at a pretty good place. And that's where I am right now. It takes time to get here, but it's not luck. Okay, I've been doing one of these since 2018. Today's 2025, and in those 6 years, I've seen myself evolve. At first, I was like a sponge. I was trying to do everything at once. Shorting, doing dip buying, shorting first red days. You get the point. And then over time, I realized, okay, I need to focus on one setup or 2 setups that I can do over and over again that have positive expectancy. And that is what I'm trying to tell you. Don't try to copy me. No, take something away from this. That's what I did. I took away things from other traders, from Nathan, from IU, from Timothy Sykes, from Tim Gattani, from Jack Kellogg, Roland Wolf, the whole stock to trade team, Stockbee, Christian Kilamagi. The list goes on and on and on. But your job is not to mimic other traders. No, your job is to take something away from that and make it your own. That is the beauty of trading. Okay, that is the beauty of trading. Okay, and you'll get there. It takes time. I'm not saying I'm there by any means. As a trader, I want you to understand, you're always gonna be learning. Always be learning. Okay, always try to be learning. But yeah, alrighty. I want to end this here, but hope you have a great, happy Friday. And if I don't see y'all this weekend, I'll probably hit y'all up next week. But take care.